Hey guys, it's Alex from the Disciples here today with Gabriel Netz's and team's first place LCS 7 Dinosaur deck profile and event overview thing. Um, so yeah, hi Gabe.
Oh, hi, Patty.
So you went what 6-2 in Swiss, was it? 5-2?
5-2.
5-2,
I
yeah.
mean, the team.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
5-2 day, yeah.
yeah.
And then obviously you won Top Cut. So how was the event overall?
It was pretty okay. Like, they had some issues on round one, but it wasn't like Luxury's fault. It's just DB being DB.
Yeah.
Servers were down in the middle of round, so you had to like reconstruct. So like round one took like 3.5 hours.
Yeah, I remember it took like
But
forever.
yeah,
That was
it
such
was
a long
like
time.
10 p.m. and we were like on round two, and we were like, okay, let's drop this. And then we
Yeah,
just ended up winning
winning the
things.
event. I thought that was like really funny because like you were complaining in our group chat and then you were like, I'm done. I want to drop. And
Yeah.
then yesterday you were just like, okay, we won now. But
I
but
mean, it worked out.
yeah, it
We
worked out.
seriously consider we seriously consider dropping. That's the funny part. Like, I
Like,
actually had a conversation if we wanted to keep playing.
well, no, because it was meant to be 5 rounds on day one, right?
Yeah, yeah, it was meant to be five, but they had to cut it to four because like it finished at like one a.m. UK time,
Yeah,
and for like people that are like Eastern, it's even get worse.
yeah,
And there's like a bunch of Europeans that play the tournament.
yeah. Because I know like the other people on E-Man and stuff, they would have been like German time, which is like an hour ahead for us. So
Yeah, and then
it'd be
Herman
even
I think is
worse.
like two more.
Oh my god, yeah, no. Feels bad.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, how do you find like preparing for the event, finding your team, all of that stuff?
I mean, I didn't prepare much. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't. I planned to play with Tristan because like we should play together, but Tristan couldn't play, so I was like, okay, I probably won't play. But then Hash said, "Oh, you want to play?" I was like, okay, can I play anything? So I planned to play Dragon Maid because I was testing it,
Always.
and I think it's funny. But then like it's so hard to build for the current format, and Dino was just too good, so we just ended up playing Dino,
Yeah.
all three of us.
And Dino's a hard matchup for Dragon Maid too, right?
Yeah, I think like or you can build Dragon Maid to beat Dino, or you build it to beat Dragon Link, but you can't beat Dino and Dragon
Yeah.
Link at the same time.
Yeah, so it just seems a
Yeah,
bit
it's a
sticky
bit
going
hard.
into this. Yeah.
Yeah, Dino was the best deck for the tournament. Like if you look at the conversion rate, Dino was insane.
Yeah.
And this list, I mean, not this exact list, but like basically this list minus edge rotation, had like 7 spots in top cuts. So we had like two whole teams playing this, and then Christian's list was basically this one as well.
Yeah. I think that's insane as well. Just like seeing that basically a card for card list took like I don't even know how many of the top cut spots, but
Yeah,
yeah, it's just mad.
no, it's crazy.
But yeah, so you've kind of touched on why you played dinos, but have you got anything like you want to talk about regarding this list specifically?
I think like it's basically like about how dinos evolved during the format because
Yep.
if this list like the first iteration of it, if you think about it, it was like Christian's list from LCS 6
Yep.
that he made like draws and Gizmek Ukas. It was like a super anti-combo list because everyone was on Dragon Link. The issue now became since that tournament, we thought Dino was a bigger issue than Dragon Link was.
Yeah.
So you had to change the way you played your hand traps because you can't afford having like 12 dead hand traps against Dino.
No.
So we ended up cutting draws for Ashes, especially as well because like Dragon Link is now actively playing
Draw.
around draw.
Yeah.
Like they're not using Striker Dragon first effect. Some people even cut Chaos Space to play around it.
Yeah, I saw
So
that.
we thought like the biggest brain play was just like not play draw. If everyone's playing around it, you just
Yeah.
don't play it. And we play like in perm, even though it's like a lower impact hand traps, just so it was like somewhat live against Dino.
Yeah.
It's also trap trick target.
Yeah, I see
So
the
it's like,
two ofs everywhere. OCG Fury coming through again.
oh, oh, I hate it.
um, so I assume you still played Nibiru just because it's like obviously one of the better hand traps, even though it's almost a blank versus dinos.
Yeah, I think the bureau, like thinking about it, might not have been a good choice
Yeah,
because Dragon Link just bombed out. Because I think Dragon Link was a terrible choice for this event in
yeah,
retrospect.
yep,
Because like I don't think Dragon Link has one favorable matchup in the format. It's so funny. Because like if it's a mirror match, it's a combo mirror, so it's basically 50-50.
yep,
Dino is super rough because it doesn't matter if you search lands. There is a mind trap. There is the fact that you play like 11 hand traps, or like if they just open like Pancatrop. There's so much variance against Dino.
Yeah.
And against Invoke Dragma, it's also not a good matchup because if they go first, you insta lose.
They just summon Winder and you lose.
So
Nice.
since Dragon Link wasn't like a didn't make that much sense, maybe you could have played like a card that was better against Dino over the Nibs.
Yeah. But
But I still wanted to respect Dragon Link matchup because like if they go first and they full combo you probably
you
lose.
probably
So like
do
you
lose.
need
Yeah.
you need a hand trap or like a very insane Dino hand.
Yeah. No giant Rex.
Okay. So the idea is like Giant Rex is a weird card.
Yeah.
It never comes up like in the combo. It doesn't make a difference for your end board. Like if you go first, for example, if you have Hex or not, it ends on the exact same thing plus a random Giant Rex there.
Yeah.
It's sometimes relevant in the Dino Mirror, but we just wanted to have like all live cards because this you need like since you're going second deck, you can't afford to have that many dead cards when you're trying to break a board. And Giant Hex is basically a 2K vanilla.
Yeah. No.
So we just summon Misk off the baby to make the Oka or Tornado or Dweller, whatever we're making. And it gets follow up as well. There's some issues with the Rex play. So like you make your play and then they clear you, and now you have a Hex in the grave, but you don't have a play. But if you went for Misk, you always have follow up.
Because you can at worst you just get Archosaur right, and that gets you to pill, and it should be
Yeah,
fine.
you always have enough to have like a Misk for 4 as well.
Yeah, so that gets you OV2.
So you can just Misk for OV for Tyranno. That's like game going second.
Yeah.
Like turn 4, turn 5.
No, it makes a lot of sense. Like considering it's basically a blank card in most
Yeah.
situations, right?
Yeah, if Dino is more prevalent, it's good in the mirror because the Dino mirrors are like super grindy.
Yeah.
So if everyone starts playing Dino, make it make sense to put it back just for that. But it's just another brick that you don't want to play. You're just trying to cut all the bricks as possible.
Because the deck's like, even though it's got so many consistency cards, like sometimes you just don't draw like draw too many babies, like the bad cards, I guess. But
I don't know what you're talking about. I always open Lost Road over Optimus.
you're broken, that's why. Oh dear. Okay, so I think that pretty much covers the main deck. Actually, oh wait, no, set rotation. So why did you play
Oh,
set rotation as your 41st card?
okay. So most people play this list with 40 with no set rotation.
Yep.
I like set rotation for like there's a couple reasons for it. So I wanted to play 41. So if I can Mystic Mind them going second and have more cards in decks, I can force the deck out, or force the deck out, or force them to play
Yeah.
proactively.
Yeah.
So it came up against Evoke Dragma at times if they did a weird play. I don't think that's a good enough reasoning though. I think the biggest point for set rotation is probably that's the main deck mine out.
Yep.
Because weirdly enough, Dino can get Mystic Mind. Because you make Secure Gardener. And then they mine you. And you can't link the Secure Gardener off. So you
Yeah.
just like you
And it's
can't
just
play.
there. Yeah.
So sometimes in the Dino Mirror, they just assume you have no outs in the main, other than like Tribute Summon Driver or Pancatrops. So they give you a couple draws so you can hit the set rotation and like blow them out.
I mean,
Uh,
isn't the out to? I mean, actually, no. I guess because you're the secure card, no, you can't like lost box
yeah,
out it.
yeah. So like you lost road, give him a token, but you can't link
Yeah,
off
you
the
can't
monster
link
you
out.
have because you
Yeah.
have Secure Guard on the top zone. And then you're like chilling there. And when you
Okay.
summon another one and give them another token, you're still with one more monster. So you can never get rid of it.
You can, wait. It's a long game, but you have to just normal summon double misc, and then you make your like overlay for Dolker or something. There we go.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
But
that's
then
terrible.
they
No, that's
can just
terrible.
like
Like,
yeah. Yeah, it never really
no,
works.
God no.
So like it's good to have a dedicated mine out in the main deck. And it's a bit weird when like you get Lost Road, but thinking about it, it's basically as it was a third mine, right?
Yeah.
But it's a third mine that can in need get Lost Road.
Yeah.
It's not there mainly to get Lost Road, but if it was mine, it's always mine. If it sets rotation, it's 95% of the time mine, and 5% of the time when you really need Lost Road, it's Lost Road.
Yeah. And
So I just think it's
I guess at worst you can also just like, well, you just want to kill them right as well. But
yeah.
I don't know. Dino deck go brewer.
Yeah, you can Tornado or Phoenix their mine as well. I don't think it's that bad.
No, it's not terrible, but it could just be awkward, right? That's like the
Yeah,
main
yeah.
underlying factor. Um, so might as well go on to the extra deck now. Um, yeah, you said you wanted to make changes to it, right?
Yeah,
Or in
so
hindsight, you would.
Cormac and Hash played over Lambda, Doka, and Lagia. They played Entus, Mekaba, and Nova, the Maximus targets.
Yeah.
The idea is like it basically insta wins you the Invoke Dragma matchup. My logic on not playing it in retrospect was like, okay, so everyone knows Dino's playing targets, and they're gonna see Hash and Cormac have targets. So they're not gonna Maximus me.
Yeah.
If they're not gonna Maximus me, I can have a better extra deck, because this comes up in the mirror, because like you extra have you grind, and you need your extra deck cards.
Yeah.
And I wanted to play Omega, because like the mirror sometimes is grindy, and if you can just like blow them out with an Omega, it just like wins you the game. So I guess it worked out. No one Maximus me all day. I was so scared of the Maximus me, but no one did.
Did you
So
play against many invoked Dogmatica decks though?
I played like three.
Oh my god.
Like because they didn't do it because like they always like Maximus Hash or Cormac, and then they saw Entus and they're never touching me,
And I never touched
and they
me.
just didn't play it.
I mean, I guess it worked out then in the end.
Yeah, yeah. I
But
was so I was so scared because like in the finals I played Invoke Dragon as well, and I wasn't sure if Herman knew I didn't have the target because I assume he just assumed I had them
yeah.
because everyone else had them. I mean, he knew I was playing their list, so we just went out with it.
Oh, poor Herman. Um, so those like the only real changes you'd make to the extra deck then.
Yeah, probably like some. I think some guys they didn't play on Megan, they played Lambda instead.
Yep.
Maybe Lambda's a bit more style, it depends. But I don't think it really matters that much.
No, that's okay then, really. Um, so side deck now. I'm gonna start with the trap cards. Why did you play like Trap Trick, Survival's End, and Icy Dragon's Prison?
Okay, so what the other guys did, they did three Ice Prison, three Survivals End.
Yep.
I think Trap Trick has like some upsides, some downsides. So having two Trap Trick means you can side four in the Dino Mirror, because you can side two Prison, two Trap Trick.
Yep.
The downside is if you draw Prison and Trap Trick's dead. So maybe the play was just playing like three Prison, one Trap Trick. But then like you have one less Survivals End against Noble and Dragons. And Survivals End's like insane, because even if you break Survivals End just wins you the game, because it's engine and like three interrupts.
Bro, I've been playing too much Duel Links. That card's literally scapegoat. Like,
Yeah, it's insane. Like they summon Link Cross and then they could pop them. Then you summon Petit, you pop Petit and they're a monster. And then Petit summons Pankatrop, then Pankatrop stops another monster.
yeah,
It's
okay,
Spiral, it's
that's
Spiral
game.
Lake on crack.
Okay, that's game. Um, um, so would you go like going forward? Would you play the trap cards again, or
Yeah, no, I think you have to play trap cards because you want to go first against Noble because you don't have enough hand traps to just go in second, especially because they play like Exchange, Drag Down,
yep,
dumb shit.
yeah,
Uh, and sometimes against Dragons you want to go first. It's relevant for the Dino Mirror because you need to put cards in, and Prison's like so good in the Dino Mirror. Like I think one of the main skills of the Dino Mirror is playing around Prison
yep,
because it's such a blowout. So you have to play, you like know how to play around it. So you can just punish people that aren't experienced by prisoning them at the right time. Because like if they go like battle phase and have a back row, you prison, you banish their Tyranno, basically their push is gone. Now you have an opportunity to push.
yeah. No,
Or
that makes
like
a lot of sense.
or just like the blowout when they go like OV search Misk, activate Misk, and you chain it, banish both of their monsters. Or you banish the Lost Road token. It's just too much value.
Yeah, no, that actually just I didn't really think of it in that much detail because it's just like misc protect. It doesn't matter, but
Yeah.
yeah, that makes a lot of sense now. Um, so the only other like massive thing is you're playing DD Crow over like Lancia. I saw it was Herman who was playing
Yeah, Skullmaster, right?
That's the card, yes, Skullmeister.
Yeah.
Um,
Uh,
so why DD Crow?
I think Crow is like slightly better. So the idea of Crow is like everyone's mainly thinking about Lancia. So if they a good Dino hand or every Dino hand, they open like Oviraptor Lost World, right? This
Yep,
Dino.
of course.
So the Oviraptor get Misk, they discard Misk. So if you DD Crow this Misk, they don't have a target engraved, so they can't use Oviraptor to protect the Lost World token. And they don't have the Misk anymore engraved because you banished it, so they have no place. So they're like forced to pass, and you get rid of the resource. With Lancia, they would be able, in this exact situation, they would be able to Oviraptor pop the token, not pop, like pop, so Lost Road protects,
Yeah,
and they would still Doka you, and they still have a Misc Grave for next turn.
that's the scariest
And
part.
yeah, and since it's a grindy matchup, I think you want to like remove the resources. And this also overlaps with Buster Blader better than Lancia does, because you can DD Crow the Buster Blader when they try to make the fusion with the
Yeah.
prologue.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
like you need every Ultra Buster Blader you can.
Because that deck is randomly scary.
It just stomps Dino because you can. Dino doesn't interact well with like floodgates because Misk doesn't protect from floodgates. It's not
Yeah.
that good. And then the other guy just makes all your guys not dinosaurs, so your deck doesn't work.
And then you can't even banish Misk, right? Or you can
No,
banish the mystical one, but you can't banish the
yeah,
rest.
yeah, and then like you can't protect with Misk. You
Misk.
can't Lost Road summon token. It's a mess.
It's just a mess. I guess like the last question about the side deck is why two offs?
You mean like storms and token collectors?
Yeah. I guess you just
So
couldn't decide on a playset of either.
nah. So like you wanted like four back row removal cards because like that's what you most. If you play four, you basically like have better odds to go to open one, like in diminishing returns.
Yep.
You made the bank and then you side three. It
Okay.
could be twin twisters. I think some people play twin twisters over storm. I think twin might be better.
Okay, that makes
Uh,
sense. If you're not siding in against first like combo to counteract monsters, then
yeah, I never sided it like against combo. It's just for back row.
yep.
But and then you want to like another hand trap for Infernoble because like I know Americans play it and we played into a lot of Infernoble and Token Collector is insane. It's also a pseudo engine card
Yeah.
because like if you open like Lost Road Baby Token Collector, you combo because you can Token Collector to pop their token and protect and then play.
That's kind of crazy, I won't lie. I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So it has like some utility in Dino. It could have been draws, but I think Token Collector being relevant against Noble is just more important
Yeah.
because your Dragon Link matchup is super good. So you don't even need the spot for Dragon Link.
Especially
You
as
just need
like at that point draw is only really impactful versus the like invoke decks, right? If
yeah, and that matchup's also like free in theory because like they shouldn't be winding you because you should be playing Maximus and Maximus targets. So you don't care about their cards. Like Mechaba doesn't do anything. You
yep.
go Misk effect and they're like, oh, shivers.
Yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense. Um have you got any other like final comments on the deck as a whole?
Not really. The deck was like performed super well. I think it's pretty standard, but I think we did a good job, especially on the side deck and on how to approach the Dino Mirror. So a big shout outs to Hash, to Cormac, to Ryan, to Farkion, to Christian, to June, because everyone worked a lot on this deck and it made like a lot of sense and it worked out for everyone.
Well, yeah, because what you said seven people made top cut with this Dino
Yeah,
deck. Like,
yeah, basically the same list, like changing one, two cards, but like this idea.
yeah, that's crazy though. Like,
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
but yeah. So my last thing was, have you got any shout outs then?
I mean, other than ones I
Yeah.
already did, I guess. Shout out to Off and to everyone, the disciples that kept like cheering me up on the group chat during the weekend.
Sad Gabe on Saturday.
Oh, I was miserable. It was like 12. I was tired. I just wanted to sleep. And they were like, nah, play Yu-Gi-Oh.
Gotta play Yu-Gi-Oh! Gotta win. We need
Nah,
content,
it's
boys.
stressful. Yeah, but no, it was fun. We had such a fun time. Like, if I was playing by myself, I probably wouldn't have stopped. Because, like, the thing that kept me going is that it was so fun to play with Hash and Cormac. We just
Yeah.
like we like had input in each other's game. The moments were hype and like someone was in the last game, they drew something and we discussed things. Because I heard some teams like they just like played this as like 3-1v1s. We
Yeah.
didn't like interact. And I think one of the things we did pretty well is that we helped each other, especially because like me and Cormac weren't exactly the best Dino players ever.
Yeah.
So we just did every bit of input we could have. So it worked out well for us.
No, I feel like that's the highlight of 3v3 events, right? Like
Yeah.
having playing with people like your friends and stuff, and then having just extra minds and brain
Yeah.
power to get you through all the situations.
You need extra minds for someone to run
Exactly.
and activate mine.
Yes. and take
No,
people
but
to the Lost World.
yeah, it's just like motivation. Like
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
no fun if for people that didn't play this. If Luxury probably will host like another tribute at some point, I highly encourage everyone to play it because it's way more fun than playing by yourself. Because even when you're losing, like you can complain with your friends. When you're winning, you can go hype with them. It's a fun time.
Molding Gabriel. That's what I want to see. But yeah, guys, that just about rounds up this review and stuff. So yeah, see you in the next one, I guess. Thanks for watching today's video. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to the channel, as well as following all of our socials in the description below. Also, don't forget to check out our sponsors at the Brotherhood Games, Messmat and Card Pocket Down for high quality products and one of the best tournament organisers in the UK. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you in the next video.